right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Leslie Giannetti, and I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner in this community. I'm going to be the MC today because our beloved senior minister, Reverend Mary, is taking some vacation time to meet her new grandson. So what we like everyone to do around this time is please just to stand up and greet your neighbor. We're such a warm and friendly, welcoming group. Thank you, everyone. All right, so as you return to your seats, we have a wonderful guest speaker this morning, whom I'm going to introduce after the opening song and prayer. And I'd like to welcome our guest musician today, Gary Lynn Floyd. He's an artist in residence at the Center for Spiritual Living in Reno, Nevada. And he won the 2020 Empower Music Award for his song, Love Always Finds a Way, which was co-written by Amy Bishop and Karen Drucker. And all of Gary's CDs are available on his website, GaryLynnFloyd.com.
Good morning, Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. Gary Lynn Floyd here with you again. I'm enjoying these monthly get-togethers that we're having. I hope you will sing this song with me. We've done it a couple times. I think it's called Beloved Community. Sing it. Beloved Community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, recovering who we are in our beloved community. Let's sing all that together. Here we go. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, beloved community, where we discover divinity, recovering who we are in our beloved community. Second part goes like this. It doesn't matter where we've come from. It doesn't matter what we've undone. All that matters is we're here now. Keep an open heart. Let Spirit work it out. Here we go. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here. All are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, beloved community, where we discover divinity, recovering who we are in our beloved community. Doesn't matter where we've come from. It doesn't matter where we've come from. It doesn't matter what we've undone. All that matters is we're here now. Keep an open heart. Let Spirit work it out. Beloved community, we gather in unity. gather in unity. All are welcome here, all are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, recovering who we are in our beloved community. Recovering who we are in our beloved community. Sing the last line one more time. Recovering who we are in our beloved community. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So we like to open our morning service with a spiritual mind treatment. So please turn your cell phones off and just turn within to your sacred center as I bring my full recognition to the one infinite life, the magnificent all in all, that this one is always moving upon itself. It is always pouring itself through everything, visible and invisible. Even in this moment, it is pouring itself through each one, and it is spreading it across the entire universe with its light and love. So I speak my word, and I claim an opening in consciousness to the power and presence of the one infinite life, which is omnipresent. It is always seeking greater self-expression by means of each one. It is the life within everything. It is the life within the planet. It is the life within each one right here in this morning service. It is the life within every word spoken. And it is the vibrant vibration of peacefulness and harmony that continues to guide each one forward every moment by moment. So I celebrate the life within each one now, which has called everyone together in this morning service for the greater good. And I release my word to the law of mind, which embraces my word into itself, bringing into form beauty, harmony, and love. And so it is.
If I could be a boy again, I'd throw my caution to the wind and be the man I might have been. If I could be a boy again, if I could be a boy again, I'd be at home in my own skin and try my best to not blend in. If I could be a boy again, but this is now and that was then. And tell me, how do I begin to find out what I thought I'd lost was never really missing? If I could be a boy again, I'd do it all from start to end. Remember when to breathe it in. If I could be a boy again, but time can only turn in one direction. So don't let a moment pass you by. Grab it while you can, and then let it go again, and watch time fly. If I could be a boy again, I'd throw my caution to the wind and be the man I might if I could be a boy again. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Oh, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can be a boy again. Oh, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can.
Well, thank you to Gary Lynn Floyd. He was here in person about a year and a half ago, and that was wonderful. So our very special guest speaker, Dr. Barbara Leger. She's coming home to us. We're so happy to have her here. I want to give you a little background. She founded the Temenos Center for Spiritual Living in Ukraine on 9/11. And she also founded the nonprofit organization called the Golden Path of Peace. And from there grew the Peace, Purpose, and Possibility, developing curriculum for the public schools, training teachers and students in the Ukraine. And today we have a Ukraine table with heart cards that we're all going to go look at after service. Yes, so without any further ado, please welcome the wonderful Dr. Barbara Leger.
Hey, wow. Move closer, is that what you said? It's great to see you. And it's really true, kind of hot. It's really true that it is like coming home, because I have been a member in this community for 26 years. And I left from here to go to Ukraine, and I keep coming back. And so today is really special for a lot of reasons. I mean, every day is special if we let it, right? And let's see if this will work. No. I'll tell you about this in a minute. Today is special for a lot of reasons. One, I get to be with you. And I get to remember all of the people here who I've known for so long. And be thankful that you remember me. And that you still care. And also that Reverend Mary and Deborah Irwin and I cooked up something over the past 6 months, and I really had given up any hope of ever getting cooked up. But really, Linda's gone, but there she's coming. I'm going to talk about her for a second. Linda Veronin, here she comes, there she is the leader of the Corte Madera Knitters group. And if this isn't just one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen, and really where this thing that Reverend Mary and Deborah and I cooked up, it was really because of some little moment that you might have missed if you hadn't noticed some feeling of connection that felt good, that they had, Linda and Deborah. It could have just been an ordinary moment. Oh yeah, that's cool, nice, lovely, bye. You know those moments? We have them all the time where we don't connect where we could, we're busy, whatever. And so every one of the key points that I have to cover in the 25 minutes, 22 that I have now, I want you to know that there's about 5 hours behind every one of the richest experiences that anybody could ever want to have in your life. And most of them have started with just something that seemed casual, just something that was in passing. that became something big. Sometimes it takes years to notice. Sometimes it takes years to grow into, to stand up for, to let go of things so that there's room for it. So there's a lot of celebrating going on in me today. And so that blanket became a project that Linda and Deborah facilitated. Linda led the knitters. How many? You have, like, in the pictures are like 12 or 14, looks like. And they meet regularly, and if you like knitting, talk to her because they have a good time. I mean, what is knitting except an excuse to get together and do something while you talk and get to know each other, right? So that's what they do, and if by their pictures, the way it looks to me, they have a pretty good time. And when I look at the product, well, I'm so blessed. Linda said, you know, it would be so nice if we could do something for Ukraine. And Deborah said, well, let's think about that. And the next thing you know, they're donating pounds and boxes of handmade knitted lap blankets, scarves, hats, even little baby hats. Just amazing things. We're making a video. Linda doesn't know this yet, but one of our new team members who has a few hours a week to give us is making a video of the whole adventure of the boxes and the packing and the raising the money and the opening and figuring out who to give them to and how to get them there and then receiving them and all of that. So that may be a while. But I wanted to thank you. And I wanted to use that as an example of when some little thing moves through your space and you feel something, notice that. I mean, life isn't so busy that we can't just stop for a second and let our feelings inform us, right? I don't always do it. I miss a lot of them too. But I want to celebrate what came out of that seed is now a plant. And the plant is called Opportunity Ukraine. The new name for the Ukraine group that used to be called the Partnership Team is now called Opportunity Ukraine. And not only is it an opportunity to get together and learn about what's going on over there and how this teaching is informing their future and their present, but also it's doing something I have wanted to do for 26 years, is find a way to give back to this community who gives so much to us. And the thing about this Opportunity Ukraine is we want to grow in the community. We don't want to be the best kept secret in Marin County. I mean, every single person that lives in every house and apartment in this town and all the neighboring towns, at least 50% of them would love to be here. They would. So we have to start telling ourselves a different story about that. Because that, you know, we just make it up. Everything we got, we've made up. So let's make it up that 50% of the people would love to be here. And how do they find out? The knitters and the Opportunity Ukraine program. Because the Opportunity Ukraine program gives us an instrument to go to the wider community and say, formally and informally, people say to us a lot that they'd love to do something for Ukraine. And people will say, yeah, who am I? I don't know what to do. I'm just one person. And we now can say, and so because of that, we knew that there needed to be some place where people could just do little things, just little things that could make a huge difference. So we've created Opportunity Ukraine. So if you want to join this thing that we're doing right now, it looks small because we have a goal of 1,000 cards this year from Marin County. Now that may seem really daunting to you, but our real goal is 4 million cards within 3 years, because our real goal is to take the 17,000 students that have gone through our 5-week program with their teachers and their families and turn that into every student who still is able to get to school. Because there's about 1 million that can't get there that live in the country, and another couple million who don't live in the country anymore. But of the ones that live there, still almost 4 million. They love what they learn in the Understanding Peace Project, which we're now calling the UP Project, because UP is just more youthful. And a lot of people in Ukraine don't want to keep hearing the word peace because they think it means capitulation. They think it means if you talk peace, we're going to have to give up defending our land. And they won't give up. They're not the people who can stop this war. They didn't start it. They're just defending their land. So the only way it can stop is with more peace. More peace. That's how anything changes. There's more good. It's not fighting the thing that's there, but it's noticing the thing that wants to happen and getting into alignment with it. Those little moments, those little signatures, those little cards, those little hugs, those little services that we do, the little acts of kindness. So I invite you to come by the table afterwards and see what we're up to. There's a group of people that have come a couple times to help flesh that out, and Jet's on that group, and Joe, and Frank, and a few other people who are here. Deborah, of course. You can join. And if you don't want to join kind of the organizing team, take 10 cards and sign them. And if you don't know what to say, I made a flyer for you that gives you some ideas, which I'm going to share with you just before the prayer. Because when I tried to share them with Deborah yesterday, I cried so much I could hardly finish. So I don't want to do that now, obviously, because I still have a talk to do. I have another 15 minutes. So the last little announcement is Opportunity Ukraine is becoming a club. We are the founders of something that can go to Salt Lake City and San Francisco and Denver and Seaside and Los Angeles and anywhere where there's any group of people that want to see peace on earth and care about Ukraine being a place that we could practice. Because in fact, we all know that war is an outdated way to settle our differences. It doesn't work. But who's going to be the first one to start? Not the autocrats. They're all invested, right? Not the military-industrial complex. They're really all invested. But it must be us, and we must not say things like, well, it's too big and too late and it's too stuck. We must stand up and rise up above that collective deadening narrative that's out in the world. And we must say what we say in these rooms, in these classes, in these songs. We must take this message to the street. And I don't mean march, I just mean live it. Be it. Be the example of it. Wherever there is peace, there is less war. You know, the absence of war is not peace. The absence of peace is war. Peace is the absence of war. When there's enough peace, there's no time for war. We'd be doing it differently, and we could be. So just think of Copernicus, and if he could do it, so could we. We know that the world is round, but we didn't have to practically pay with our life to believe in peace, although sometimes people think we're pretty strange. But look at the people who have changed the world because they dared to have an idea that wasn't popular. And we all say, yeah, we love peace, but we don't know how to do it. But we do. And we're just here to practice and remember. So I want to ask you, what was the first time in your life So let's just take a breath. And now I want to ask you, what was the very first time that you can remember right now when you had a feeling that peace was needed at that moment, in that situation? Just let it pop into your head, because anything you've known, you still know. So just make that memory welcome. When was the first time you felt that peace was needed? Were you little? Were you older? Was it in your heart that it was needed, or was it an experience you had or something you saw? It could have been a scary feeling that reminded you, or that told you, or reminded you that peace was needed. The stepping stones to peace are not all sweet and roses and milk and honey. Sometimes the stepping stones to peace are real big shoves. Something so big that we must choose it. And how does it get like that? Through lots of little things. And we build up our reservoir of courage and of commitment and a sense of purpose. I did that here. You do that here. That's what we do here. We build our resilience so that we can live the purpose that we're born for. And people say, well, when you get older, you get more conservative. Well, I say phooey on that, because the older you get, the less you care about what other people think, really. And if you're using that excuse, just drop it and just be yourself, because we're all needed, and it doesn't matter how old we are. When we have sensed that there's something really difficult going on that needs peace, and we feel that, it doesn't always feel good, does it? I mean, look at the country. We're 3 days away from the debate and 68 days away from the election, and all the stories that are out there, and you just extrapolate that out into the world, and you see that there's a real tectonic shift going on. Well, the good news is, if that can do that, it can do that just as well. It's just a matter of where are we putting our attention? What are we focusing on? What are we investing in? What are we thinking about? What are we doing? So, the question is, what is your piece of peace? And when I first asked myself that question, I don't know, it was 15 years ago, because we started Peace First in Ukraine. Actually, it wasn't 15 years ago, but I never put it in those words. But I have worked for peace my whole life. But the way I got to it was through helping first. Have you ever helped? You know the kind of help I'm talking about? Grisha said to me, and you've probably heard me say this, Grisha was my interpreter in Ukraine and in the Soviet Union when I worked there, and Grisha said, when I finally arrived, he met me at the airport. We didn't know it was 9/11. He was just at the airport. We're driving home, about 3 hours to Cherkasy, and he says, it's really great that you've come here to teach us about peace and love. It'd be really nice if you had some. Because he knew me pretty well. I'd worked with him for 7 years. He knew that my idea of service was helping, fixing, figuring it out, doing it for them, showing you how. And what did I get out of that? Hurrah, I can do it. Look at me. It fed my ego, not my soul. It was not bad. It was better than not doing something. But it wasn't the motivation that drives me today. But I had to learn that. I had to learn that by falling down. I had to learn that by bumping into my portrait of myself that I was living for. To be able to say, wait a minute, I don't need to be somebody famous or rich or special in any way. I just need to care. I started changing. And along the way, I had some huge motivations, some big betrayals, some big mountains. And every time one of those big things would happen, I would notice that before it happened, I had some kind of somatic, some body energy awareness that my brain didn't know what it was. I started noticing that I was getting information that had no words, and I didn't know what to do with until the thing happened. And I went, oh, dang, I wished I'd known that, what it was, 5 minutes before, so I could have got ready or brought somebody, So now, when we teach putting peace first, we say, listen, this is the easiest thing in the world to learn. You just notice that at the first sign of any distress, whether that distress is financial or physical or relationship or about your dog or your living situation or anything, that you notice what you feel before your brain gets a hold of it and starts telling you what to do and how to fix it and who to call and how to pretend it's not there or how to ignore it or how to rise above it or whatever. Notice the feeling. And so I started practicing that, noticing that just before the thing happened, I would get some sensation. And so that's what we created Peace First was from that awareness. If we can catch the moment when our body is going, or we feel our jaw tighten, or our heart starts to pound, or our stomach clenches, or somebody says something and we really feel hurt, but we know we can't tell them because they're going to, not like us anymore, or they're not going to understand, and we grit it out. Before it's even gotten so that you know what it is, there's something in you that feels it. I want to invite you to start paying attention to the feeling that your body has before your brain interprets it to you. And when you notice that feeling, that you take that breath, like that, just like this. Something. I guess I need to be peaceful now. I don't know what it is, but I need to be peaceful because then I'll be wiser. I'll handle it from a deeper place than from this position. I'll access something deeper, not my automatic fight or flight. And so if we can catch that moment, we can change our lives. We are, actually. We're proving that. We started this program 4 years ago. We've had, as I mentioned, over 17,000 students and 700 teachers and almost 500 schools go through our 5-week program. And the things that are happening there, Frank said to me this morning, so anything good going on in Ukraine? I went, how the hell do you answer a question like that, And I said, sure, there's always good if you look for it. And he said, see, she couldn't answer it. That was a political answer. And that's what we do, right? There's no time to answer a question like that 3 minutes before, but I didn't want to say that to him, like he's my friend. I don't want to offend him for asking me a silly question. So I gave him a silly answer. But then I noticed it. And then I turned to him and I said, actually, there are miracles happening that I couldn't have put on a business plan, I couldn't have imagined, and I am still in awe and wonder about. He said, oh, that's good. I said, yeah. I said, and it's worse than it's ever been. And it is. It's worse than it's ever been. But pity does not do a dang thing to help people. They don't need our pity. They need to know that we're connected with them. They need to know that we see the strength in them. Ergo, the little love notes that we're going to start doing once a month, but every Sunday this month, because I'd like to see 1,000 of them get done. And that doesn't mean that you're going to have to do them all, but we're going to ask you to take one of the nice little baggies we've got and put in the nice little flyer with the prompts and put them in a little baggie, and then take them to your neighborhood. Take them to the senior center, take them to your grandkids' school, take them to your HOA. Just share them, but get them back and bring them back to us, because we need to ship them before Thanksgiving, 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. We have to do something different than we've been doing. And it doesn't have to be big, as Linda and Deborah have shown us. But we have to do it, whatever that is in your world. Giving an hour, giving $1, giving an idea, taking it to the health center or whatever. We invite you to feel the feelings of, I wish there was something I could do. And so if you, like me, notice how horrific things are in Gaza right now, or if you, like me, can weep, just like literally lose it in a second, and if, like me, you want to apply something so that you're not feeling so despairing about this apparent situation of, it appears to be a lot of words that I don't want to use today. I'm asking us to just notice that we can shift from being in despair, being disgusted that normally wise men have all been drinking Kool-Aid and they have lost their minds, or that anything, whatever way you can make sense of it, and instead give up worry and instead look for the wonder. How could we find wonder in that situation? It's there, I promise you. I have several journals with wonder in them just from that situation. But the wonder happens in us. It happens when we can see it. And when we can see it, then we can do something with it. We can celebrate it. And when I didn't know what to do, here's what I did. I felt so in despair that I couldn't feed them, the children. And I know how much I take for granted the food that I have. And I have too much sometimes in my fridge, and it doesn't get eaten, and it gets thrown away, and I feel guilty. I don't always appreciate the life I have, so I made a commitment to eat for 3. It's totally ridiculous on the one hand, because it's all living in the virtual world. But now, for about 3 months, whenever I eat knowing that somehow 3 more people in Gaza are being nourished as I eat. Now, it's a bizarre little idea. But honestly, what if it could work? What if things really do happen on the unseen side? What if that's where miracles come from? What if that's what Copernicus did? Or any of the geniuses that have moved our life forward? What if it's waiting for us? And so feelings are my piece of peace. Not just that they all feel good, but even the hardest feelings can motivate me to find the wonder. Even the hardest feelings can allow me to see myself. Who am I? What do I care about? That's what feelings do. They beg us to know ourselves and do something with it. Not just, oh yeah, thanks, nice, see you later. Not that. Whew, that. Do something with it. I arrived on 9/11. I know I've got 1 minute left. I arrived on 9/11, and that night I found this poem coming through me, and the first line was, "We are blessed in our moment of awakening." That's what I got. And the next day I was interviewed all day long, and I kept saying the same thing. I didn't know that my life was about peace until that day. I mean, really about peace. Until that day. And they'd say, oh, World War III, is America going to start the World War? And I said, no. Well, that wasn't true. We actually did a pretty good job of starting a whole new level of war that day. But we had another choice, and we always have another choice, and that's our job. So that when we're confronted with some irreparable something, we go, yes, I'm going to be peaceful here. Now, how can I be here effectively? What can I do in this moment? And so that's what we teach. We don't teach. That's what we share with the children. We share to feel what you're feeling. We have given a language to children and their teachers so that they can understand what they're going through and talk about it, where before they were all silent because nobody knew what to say or do. And now we've given them permission. We have. Because I'm still your outreach person that I was 26 years ago. I'm still doing it. And now the outreach is so big that we're not just willing to have 2,000 or 4,000 kids a semester. In 2 years, there's going to be over 1 million kids every year in our program. And at the end of 3 years, it will be across the country. And it's already gone to the Ivory Coast, and it's going to that continent. And that because of us doing something, caring about it, acting on it, not tomorrow, not when it's easy, when it's in your flippin' face and you want to yell or kick or cry or feel pity for yourself or somebody else. That's when to breathe. That's the moment. That's the moment. We need to take time, even in the midst of war, to dream, to dare, to be ourselves, no matter what we're facing. We still have to have fun. We still have to laugh. We still have to smile at these little things that happen. And you have wonderful things to share. So I want to close by reading these prompts. I probably won't get through the list. Maybe I shouldn't read them. There's a little picture in there, a little meme that says, "Don't forget to water your dreams today." Isn't that right, Sky? Don't forget to water your dreams today. Every day. All right, so on the back of the cards have some text on them. On the back of them for your signature, and we've brought pencils and color crayons and all those things. You can say things like, because I know you don't know what to say to these kids, you don't know them, but I know them really well. Well, we are with you. We feel your heart. We send our love. I wish I could sing you a song. I think of you every day. Do you feel it? Being peaceful is brave. Being kind invites goodness. Thank you for being a hero of the future. You inspire me to be a better person. Remember to keep dreaming. It's important to have playtime now. I'm sending love every day. Love is stronger than war and hatred. Let your love be strong and kind. Be your best selves. It grows healthy people in countries. Share your light. Remember to breathe when you're scared or worried, and I will too. Do you know how much we love you? Students and teachers are heroes of Ukraine's future. We trust you. And so let's do the inner work on that. Trust is a huge thing, isn't it? So we trust you. That's actually not written on the card, but it's really true. And so bring into your heart today this first time you ever felt that peace was needed. And whatever else I did in my waltz with you this morning, however way it touched you, let yourself feel that. And don't just tuck it away, but like keep it out. Put it somewhere you recognize it, you see it, you're reminded of it. Write about it, do a picture, tell someone. Do you know that everything that we go through is here because it's part of the great unfolding of all that is possible? That there isn't one horrible thing that isn't here for us to use better. And the courage to face that takes everything we've got. But guess what? We've got it. We're born with it. We're born from it, for it, and so we can use it. That's what we're here for. And we're here to forget and just enjoy our rocking chair and our beautiful views and all the goodness that we have. Because if we can't do that, we have nothing to give. We have to feel joy to give joy. But guess what? We have it in us. It's always an invitation, and our feelings invite us to it. They're the handle for which we can look at our lives. And so I'm grateful to know that there's only one thing happening, and that is life. It's perfection, it's wholeness, and it's always in me, just like the juice of creation is in the fruit of the tree. It's in the roots, it's in the trunk, it's in there when it's snowing, it's in there when it's no leaves at all. It's in there when the leaves are so beautiful. It's always there, and it's always here. And so let's use our feelings, all of them, to be a moment of awakening to who is it that we still can express that we haven't yet given ourselves full permission for. And let's do it. Whether that means being a cheerier grandparent or a kinder neighbor or anything at all. We can't all write books as well as Sky can, but we sure as heck can mostly still read them and use them. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's inspire each other. I'm so grateful. I give thanks for the infinite spirit that speaks through me today to allow me to be here open and in great joy and in great wonder of this amazing life that I live, as hard as hell as it is. I wouldn't have it any other way. So it is. Thank you. Amen.
So here's our morning affirmation. Let's all say it together. I choose my inner state of peace. What's that? Consciously or automatically. I choose to be a living presence of peace. And I'm aware, state. Breathe into it, releasing stress and reclaiming peace now. And so it is, so it is. Thank you, Dr. Barbara. That was a beautiful talk. So now it's the time for our offering. And let's see. So whatever you give, whether you do automatically, online, cash or check or text, what's important is what's in your heart as you give. That your intention is love-filled. So as the ushers have come forward, if you would like to take your donation next to your heart, and let's say this blessing together. Okay. This gift I give is God in action. I now send it forth to bless and to prosper. Now wherever it goes, it's creating a world, living one thought and one thought at a time. And so it is. All right, go ahead, ushers. Thank you. We'll have Gary Lynn Floyd back.
One in the one, 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 one in the one. Sing that with me. One in the one, one in the one, one in the one. Yeah. One in the one in the one in the one. We are one in the one. The dawn of a new day has begun. Until we return to the sun, we are one in the one. And you just repeat all that, sing it with me. We are one in the one. The dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new day has begun. Until we return to the sun, until we return to the sun, we are one in the one. We are one in the one. Then back to the chant, one in the one. One in the one, one in the one. One in the one. One in the one, one in the one. One in the one. We are one in the one. The dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new day has begun. Until we return to the sun, until we return to the sun. We are one in the one. We are one in the one. The next part goes, one in the one, in the one. Sing that again. One. One in the one, we are one in the one. The dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new day has begun. Until we return to the sun, until we return to the sun, we are one in the one. Sing that one more time. We are one in the one. The dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new day has begun. Until we return to the sun, until we return to the sun, we are one. We are one in the one. Then we'll chant it out. One in the one, one in the one, one in the one. One in the one, one in the one, one in the one. Sing it. One in the one, 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 one in the one. One in the one.
Okay, so I want to welcome those who are here for the first time and let you know that there's a little gift waiting for you at the welcome table where Gayla is standing. And just fill out the blue welcome card inside the welcome envelope and return it to the table, and you'll be given a free book as our thank you for attending today. And we hope you've enjoyed the morning celebration. Hope you see you again soon. And we are grateful for everyone who helped make today's Sunday celebration possible. Let's especially thank Dr. Barbara Leger again for her inspiring talk. It takes a village to put this beautiful service on. So we have some announcements. Sky, would you like to tell us about your book? This is not on a slide, but Sky Nelson is with us today, so we'll take advantage of having him here.
Oh, it's so good to see you all. Another time I'll bring my keyboard and I'll play some songs. Since last time I saw you, I've had some health challenges. I've got some tremors in my body, which is a fun challenge. I appreciate what you say, Dr. Leger, about nothing that comes to us can be not made better by us. Such a beautiful way of putting it. So thank you. And I love you too. And I'm so grateful to be, this book that I'm talking about today came out in the pandemic, and there was nothing happening then. So I am circling back and having a book event today at 1 o'clock on wholeness, called Leap to Wholeness at Book Passage. So I wanted to invite you to that. It's free. And I was just listening to what you said, Dr. Leger, about the war and the mindset that creates the circumstances that we get into, that mindset of separation. And for a long time, I've felt that the wholeness in myself and between us, in our communities, in our world, is scientifically proven and is the key towards perceiving things properly. So this book and this talk today is about the filters that we have in our minds that limit what we can perceive and cause us to create more of what we already have, rather than branch out into new, more beneficial, loving relationships. So come today at 1 o'clock.
I'd love to give a testimonial. I've read both of your books, and everything he teaches is aligned with his teaching, and everything is valuable that you do. I'm trying to get him to do some kids' versions with me, but he doesn't have time.
I teach high school kids full time. I got 100 of them. It's fantastic. So thank you. I've got flyers to hand out if you'd like.
Thank you, Sky. Thank you very much. I read his book as well. It has a lot to do with synchronicity. It was very powerful. So if you think my prayers are any good at all, let's thank Sky Nelson. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Bring a Guest Sunday, the new member Sunday. It's the same, one and the same, and both are happening Sunday, September 22nd. So invite a guest, neighbor, friend, anyone that you can think of to have a special day with us here and to experience community. And we're going to welcome our new members that day. We're going to embrace them into our heart. And let's see here. Excuse my back. This is an interesting topic for me. The Sacred Grieving Workshop. So as you know, we're going to put a little emphasis on forgiveness, because if you have a burden in your heart that's 50 years old or 50 days old, and there's any sense of limitation at all, or regret or guilt, we're going to work on that today together, and we're going to have not only just a discussion, but some guided meditation, and we're using science of mind principles for absolute healing. And that's unfortunately at the exact same time that Sky Nelson's book signing is at Book Passage at 1 o'clock. But anyhow, okay, so the next message is about the San Francisco Food Bank and the Sacred Service at San Rafael Warehouse on October 8th, noon through 2, and Ellen Nicosia is the contact person for that. Thank you, Ellen, for doing that for so many years. And then Reverend Mary is teaching a class, just making sure here. Consciousness and the Creative Process, a 6-week certified Science of Mind class with Reverend Mary begins Tuesday, September 24th on Zoom from 6 to 8:30 p.m. And the special price registration is still open. You can register on our website. Reverend Mary is an excellent teacher. She really is. And she takes you as deep as you're willing to go. And then we are having a celebration of life for our beloved Sue Ruda. That's going to be held during the Sunday service celebration on September 29th. And her daughters are providing a light lunch following the service. So please sign up if you want to be here. That helps her daughters know, how much food to buy. And it's going to be a very special service for all of us. We're all going to share. So as we close our morning celebration, I'd like to invite all the spiritual practitioners to surround the room. And as a reminder, our prayer practitioners are licensed spiritual mentors. They're part of the ecclesiastical arm of the Centers for Spiritual Living, and many of whom have private practices and can provide full sessions for you for spiritual counseling and mentoring. And each week, the practitioners at the prayer table are here to take a prayer with you after service, and you can leave a written prayer also in the prayer box. So I encourage you to take full advantage of the prayer practitioners. Don't leave here if you have any heaviness on your heart. All right, so now will all the practitioners please turn within and begin a chamber of prayer to envelop this community in divine love. And so it is. Thank you very much, practitioners, for enveloping us in the chamber of love. So please stand now for the closing blessing and song. Okay, so I now walk so that whoever walks beside me dwells in the presence of God, and whoever places a hand in mine is lifted, and whoever thinks of me is illumined with God consciousness, for spirit and all people and I are one eternally, and so it is.
Thank you again for letting me share this morning with you. I'll see you next time. Until then, here's this blessing for you. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, and let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Love be with you. All together, hand in hand, here we go. All together, hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Here we go. Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. May good flow to you, and let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Let's sing it again. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. May good flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Yeah. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. I love you. Have a great week.